What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today I'm going to do something a little different. If you guys remember the Honda Civic I worked on doing the engine swap, well, right now we're going to tear this blown motor apart, see what we could keep and see what we could throw out. So before we begin, just want to let you guys know to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave any comments you want to share about K20 build, K24 build, Honda overall, or just Volkswagen. Doesn't matter to me, man. But yeah, let's take a quick look at this engine. So I showed from my last video when I was doing the K20 build, but there were some holes that I discovered. Was one here, and the last one is pretty much on the bottom, right down here to the oil pan. So this engine will not turn at all, but I just want to start tearing it apart, keep what I can keep, see if anything can save. I already know that the block is gone. I already know that the pistons are shot. Pretty much gonna take all the sensors out, any sensors that could be in any use. I'm gonna take those out. Any like modules, solenoids in the back here, all kind of stuff. For the head, I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100, guys. I don't think the head is good at all, but we're just gonna see how bad is it overall. So far, haven't seen anything like any significant damage from the top end of the block. I don't see any like contacts on all four pistons. What is this? 1, 2. So Cylinder 2 looks pretty bad. See it right there. Pretty rusted up. That's where most of the water got in. Everywhere else looks legit so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, so there's only 2 that looks pretty banged up. 3 and 4 looks fine. But my concern was I did not see any contact, like any metal contact and stuff like that. So that is a huge plus to me, guys. That means there was no contact to the valves, no contact with the head is most likely can be saved. I still wouldn't hold my breath. I'll probably just take it to the machine shop, let they pretty much fix it up, make sure everything is good to go, and then have a fresh head if I ever decide to use a new K block. So this is 1/2 of the pump. That's insane, man. It's 1/2 of the pump. Here's the other half. That shit is gone. That shit is completely gone as well. It's insane, bro. So, let's see how bad it is from the inside. Okay, so we're gonna start with the block. So the block, now you can see way better with the lighting. So the block, the real damage is here is you can see there's a hole 1 here, hole 2 there. That's where the rod pretty much hit and bored right through. And if you can tell, the oil squirter, it's pretty banged up as well. You can compare that one, that one. You see how this one looks clean and neat and this one kind of looks crooked, so you know it actually has some damages too. So we can't use that, but we perhaps could use the other 3. From the outside you can tell where the hole is. It travels all the way to the other side, so I can see right through it, and that's pretty cool. Well, you know, other than the fact that the motor is blown. So this block is done for. There's no hope for this. It's gone forever. It is what it is. But yeah, that's everything we've taken out of this sucker. So it's gone forever. Now, for the parts, so we have this journal right here. Not journal, girdle, my bad. So we have this girdle right here, and there's also damages right where you see right there. That's what the other impact is. That's pretty banged up. This whole thing is gone. You can see from the bearings, the rod bearings, they're naturally worn. Just remember, this is like this motor has over 150,000 miles, so I think it serves its purpose. So yeah, these are not as bad compared to like some like BMW, but they're pretty rough though. It's time for them to go, that's for damn sure. But overall, this thing is done. Perhaps could salvage these little things out and just throw away the rest. And along with the other stuff on the bottom, like oil pump, that's gone forever. Oil pan, that same thing. Everything else under it is pretty much reusable, like the timing cover, the valve cover, a couple brackets, bolts, and stuff like that. The crank, they're all kind of in there. I just kind of throw them in there while I was taking apart, but. Yeah, I mean, those are obviously fine. Just letting you know, other than the 2 stuff that I told you about. And let me move this real quick. For the crankshaft itself, it looks pretty decent. Not sure we could ever reuse this. In my opinion, I would have to take this to a professional for them to do what they do best, measuring and doing whatever they have to do to say if it's actually redeemable. But the one main reason why I think it's not really gonna be used in the future, maybe because I'm being extra, but so this side, this is the rear, so this is cylinder 4. This over here is cylinder 1, and you can see right here This is where some of the parts that were broken inside the block, and they were kind of scraped around. So you can imagine that whole circular motion, and you're just scraping over and over and over. So there were just some scrapes here. Nothing. Haven't seen any other damages other than that. So like I said, I think this crankshaft just need a personal touch, or I should say a professional touch, just to make sure that if it's possible we could reuse this for the future builds. The chains are pretty much fine, nothing snapped. The guides, nothing showing that it's pretty messed up, other than it's a high mileage engine. So you know, all the oil stain, you can kind of tell. I haven't really changed the oil that often, but it is what it is. So the crank gear looks in good shape as well. We might could reuse this, who knows? Maybe just use a newer one. But everything else looks up to par, which I'm happy about. Regular bolts, no big deal. Couple sensors, basic stuff. But let's get down to the most important stuff, which are the head unit basically, and you have the pistons and the gaskets and the seals, all that, springs and all that good stuff. So let's start with the piston. So, well, I'll start with head gasket. Head gasket is fine, based on if nothing blown, nothing like that. So we know it's not really the head gasket is a problem, but the head gasket still not going to be used again. But I just know that there's nothing crazy about it. I placed these pistons all in the right order when I took them out. So this is the one that I told you about with the damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one, as you clearly can see, it is completely gone. It is a piece of you know what. So that's pretty much shot. And like you see, there's no impact, nothing like that. So it doesn't look like it's bending any valves from the piston side, other than the rod itself. Connecting rod is messed up. So that's the other half of the connecting rod. It's pretty banged up. This one, I literally took this piston out easily, just knocked it out and it came right out, because like I said, it's completely disconnected. And then I just removed this. And then for the other pistons, they're pretty okay for high mileage. You know, clearly we'll never use these again, but some water got into this, so it was rusted out. Not much on this one, and not much in this one. So basically these three, yeah, they're fine, but they're retired. They're pretty much done. We could use them for like furniture, some crap, I don't know, but they're done for life. When it comes to the camshafts, both of them seems fine. Natural wear and tear on the lobes here. Not sure if we could reuse these. I hope so. It'll be kind of cool, especially the RBC setup right here. Hopefully we can use the whole thing. If not, you know, we'll move on, we'll toss them, whatever. So for the springs, if you notice something, these springs, there's scratches on the side, like one right here, one here, and then you got a couple on these. But I doubt we could ever use these springs again. I personally wouldn't want to use them. Head bolts, they're done. Obviously can't reuse them. I wouldn't reuse them. They're stretchable bolts. And then basically these two right here is pretty much the head, the rest of it really. So this is under it. I'm looking at the valves and I haven't seen anything other than just the surface rust, which could be easily taken care of. My question is, can we reuse this? Because I think it'd be really important for us to reuse this for future builds. I hope we can. It's pretty cool. So that's the whole layout of everything that I've taken apart. Like I said, my goal is to try to reuse the head, the cams, and the crank. If we could at least use three of those major parts, I think we're perfectly fine. Everything else is trash. But yeah, man, tell me, you know, that's pretty much it. Let me know, guys, if there's anything that you saw that you think, especially as a Honda guy, anything that you saw that you think that it could be used maybe, or everything is garbage. Everything is a shot. Don't even think about using the head or the crank or anything relating to that, just let me know, guys. This was kind of a fun experience. I haven't really teared down a complete engine in a while. You know, it was, I don't know why, it felt like a kid again, just kind of like tearing apart and seeing things, especially knowing, expecting a surprise, which was, you know, a freaking hole in the block. So I wanted to see how bad it really is after I took it apart. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Peace.